Go. Good morning. Welcome to the Barrel Roll Newscast for February 8th, 2020.
Today on the newscast, we're talking Blizzard and Activision news.
Knives Out gets a follow-up film. I'll let you know more about that.
A wonderful remaster on the way.
And Sam Raimi is the new director in a Marvel film. We'll let you know which one it is.
Stay tuned! Hi, everybody.
Welcome to the Barrel Roll Newscast.
The original two today.
Yes, OG.
OG.
It's all right.
They're empty chairs. It's cool.
Can they see the chairs?
Sort of, yeah.
Should we do that?
It doesn't matter. They're red. They can still see the...
I just have to sit
Hold
like
on,
this.
I'll just...
Now we see your chair.
That's fine. It's my chair.
It's professional. Welcome to the show.
I'm Nick.
I'm Tony. How's it going?
Sure.
Brought to you by
What today? Yes.
Jelly Tip.
Jelly Tip Block.
Jelly Tip Block is a New Zealand chocolate that I received from my friend back in Washington D.C.
Excellent.
I kept it in my freezer,
Yes, you did.
so it is still good.
Excellent.
I've had some of these already.
You've had some of these already?
He gave me 2 of them. It's actually amazing. It's got raspberry. It's like white chocolate with raspberry jelly inside of it.
Interesting.
Super cool. I thought we should. Well, I was gonna share with people.
Now it's just
me and you. Ooh.
Still frozen.
No, actually, we took it. We put it in the freezer. We put it in the fridge.
Well, no, I wasn't sure. It's the way you said ooh, or is it like you've got a golden ticket?
Yes, it is from New Zealand.
I've got a golden ticket. Oh, that Bumbo guy or whatever his name is isn't he from that region?
Tyga?
No, the weird guy who's got that Netflix show that's not really a Netflix show. He's like a candy maker.
Oh, Zumbo.
That's
right?
the one.
Yeah.
Not Bimbo.
Bimbo. Yeah. Yeah. Zumbos. Yes, that's
Bimbo. Yeah. He's from that area. I don't want to say like he's from New Zealand when he's from Australia, but he's from that general
Oceania.
Yeah.
Oceania area.
Well, isn't that just weird? I like it.
It's different.
Mm-hmm.
And we can't get this shit here.
No.
Oh. We'll leave some for the rest of the guys.
All right. Cool.
Other than that, everything's good.
Yeah, we got some news.
We got some bangers here.
Are you ready for some news?
Let's get into the. We're so professional.
Oh no! Are you ready for news?
All right, go.
Blizzard.
They have been. They're a hot topic right now in the video game world. Everything between Diablo Immortal and they had one other thing, Overwatch 2 being a weird release.
Well, the single player release
Yes.
at an $80 price point.
Yeah,
For Canadians again.
I think like weirdly enough, Overwatch 2 is probably gonna fare the best out of everything.
Yes,
here.
because if they make it a full-fledged
It's still gonna be
single player
fine.
game,
Yeah, maybe.
then like if it's a full campaign,
I don't think it's gonna be a full campaign.
we'll see.
I don't
But
think it's gonna be a full campaign.
if it comes out as a full campaign and everything's like hunky-dory about it, people are gonna be like, okay, this was. I
I-
can see why we paid money for this.
I don't think it's gonna be it.
What else? They just sniped a game developer from another company.
Oh, from Gears.
Yes.
The
One of the lead guys from Gears.
yeah, I saw that.
Left for Diablo 4, so he's now working on Diablo 4.
Good for him.
So hopefully Diablo 4 turns out
Maybe.
good.
It's gonna be like Diablo 2.
The StarCraft community is trying to say absolutely nothing right now.
because they're probably the best.
They're the
like-
happiest with their game right
Right.
now, so they're trying to just be like,
Yeah,
because someone mentioned it the other day and they're like, shh.
Yeah, because Hearthstone had its thing a couple months ago.
Yep.
Heroes of the Storm,
It's
obviously,
pretty much dead in the water.
Yeah, like it's basically just.
There's
strong,
like 3 developers working on it.
Yeah, it's just the loyal fan base just
Yep.
playing on it right now, and yeah, StarCraft 2
Yeah.
and StarCraft Remastered seems
Yeah.
to be left alone for the timing. Well, Warcraft 3 happened.
Yes.
Warcraft 3 Reforged. The whole issue of false advertising, games not properly managed. And
Well, so they did a whole lot, and
they did a lot of things to it. We've talked about it in the past, and
there's a new one now. Remember how they updated the Warcraft 3 original? Like if you just had classic,
yes,
you are now in Reforged.
right.
Like
So
you have to use Reforged.
they did the StarCraft thing, I think.
No, StarCraft you can still play just classic.
Just classic
Yeah.
StarCraft and so StarCraft.
They left them.
Really, I thought they were they merged.
Nope, they separated them still. So that's why everybody's like, why didn't you do the StarCraft thing? Either way, now when you log into Warcraft 3 Classic, the background, your UI, like your first main page, is black and white. That's how you know you haven't upgraded to Reforged yet.
Oh, that's just passive aggressive at that point.
Well, and they're like, we're gonna change it.
No, you're not.
But this is just the way of making sure you're not, you haven't
like,
paid us the $30 or $40.
You know how
upgrade.
you know how it's like in the corner of your Windows XP when everyone had Windows XP and it's like this copy is not genuine.
Yeah.
That's
essentially what they're So along with that, the old classic, like all of the game modes are gone. You can't play offline. You can't do this. You can't do that. All of that jazz, which we already talked about.
All the custom stuff is gone.
Yeah. Blizzard.
Well, they came out. A couple of things have happened.
Yes.
They have had the official release saying like, "Oh, I'm still stating. Oh, I'm sorry. This game is not what you guys expected."
And again, we only expected it
because they revealed it as such.
Because you showed it off that way.
And it was like, all right, you guys look like you're doing something to this.
They had us watching trailers of, and again, like, we were still cool with the in-game trailers because it was like, but before, as with all old RTS games, when you got a cinematic, it was the character models moving around, still from that point of view. But and then the little character box at the bottom would do the talking, and your character would just be like, what they showed us the first time was like this dynamic zoom in, and it would actually talk, and it was like going to like the Warcraft 3 type stuff, and it was just like this
Let me see if I can find some of the quotes from the developer update. Hail War 3 players, we've been following the discussions in the past couple days and want to thank you for your feedback as well as your support. First off, we want to say that we're sorry for those of you who didn't have the experience you wanted, and we'd like to share our plans for what's coming up next. Didn't have the experience you wanted?
Again, it's the experience that
they presented.
That they presented to us.
There was no like, we're sorry.
Oh no, they did not apologize for
That's not
lying. And not lying, I mean, like that, I guess lying is putting
the
it
only
to
thing
a
that
major thing, but...
The only thing that I had read about the Warcraft 3 thing is that the whole merging Warcraft 3 Classic and Reforged, they actually talked about that.
Yes, and
like, they were actually very like forward with that when they first revealed Reforged.
So the cool thing is in the beta at least, because I still haven't played the full release, there was a button to switch it
between
to classic.
Right.
So you hit a button and everything went back to
kind of like how Halo.
Yeah. You just clicked a button and everything changed. Yeah. This one, you had to click it like on the main menu.
Either way, you could do it
because it changed the whole thing, and then it warned you. It's like some maps, like if they're made in the new editor, you won't be able to play in
and that makes sense.
Mode, and you're like, that's fine because all I want to do is play ranked.
Yeah.
And I'm happy. Well, ranked isn't even a thing anymore.
No.
That's part of their message was, we're working on implementing it back in. They've gotten rid of tournaments because no one played them.
Yeah, they mentioned that as well in here.
And someone online was like, well, we would have played tournaments if the game wouldn't have crashed every single time we tried to play tournaments.
In regards to the mid-2019 Reign of Chaos,
yes,
they removed it and
there's no Reign of Chaos.
Eliminating the maintenance for underused elements has helped us streamline our overall support for the game.
And I'm so glad that it streamlined the game it could come out late
other parts
and in shambles.
Poorly released.
Yeah.
Poorly received product.
Essentially, we got a letter from Blizzard going, tough luck.
It's currently the lowest rated game on Metacritic from users.
Yeah, 0.5 was the last I saw.
Yes. I think the record was at some actually legitimate shit game.
Oh yeah, like it's they tanked it. And again, like instead of Blizzard, And again, Blizzard staying quiet and then coming out with a statement going, okay, like we will do this and this and this and this. Legitimately, it was the cinematics you get are the cinematics you're getting. The game is the game. Deal with it, and the multiplayer stuff will be added back in when we see fit.
So here's my piece about the whole Blizzard thing. Like, Blizzard is no longer Blizzard.
No, it's not.
There's been so many talk of old Blizzard staff members who have left and said, like, you know what? When we used to work at Blizzard, there was like maybe 30 of us or so that we would work on a team. Now it's a team of thousands.
Sure, it's and again
they've gone. I don't want to say that they've become corporate because they did sell out at one point in time, but it wasn't like a bad sellout. Like I think it was like Vivendi owned them at one point in time, but they didn't do very much. Like Vivendi just kind of.
Well, that was the same even when Activision came in. It was supposed to be this.
It was supposed to be.
It was supposed to be the same thing.
But as we know,
clearly
Activision,
not.
with especially with Kotick and on the top, he's still the.
I know.
On the top of everything.
I know.
But they must have put a real cork in his mouth.
Well, he runs Coca-Cola now too, so.
No, he's on the board.
He doesn't run it, but
that's
what I mean.
But
like he's part of a he's one of those people that has like 12 different jobs, sort of thing.
That's.
No,
Blizzard's no longer Blizzard.
No, and I get that the team grows because you have your World of Warcraft team. Those guys are clearly just like, here's your section of the office. Right. You're working on Warcraft, like World of Warcraft. You guys can work on Warcraft RTS. You guys can work on StarCraft.
I think that what made Blizzard so unique was that they didn't have to focus on so much releases at once.
No,
like it was always like this is the StarCraft. Like this is StarCraft year. For the next like 5 years, we're gonna be working on StarCraft 2 stuff. That's cool. And then like after that, it's like this is a World of Warcraft update. Yeah. We're gonna have a World of Warcraft expansion. Here's this like support for that. Oh, you guys want StarCraft 2?
Yeah.
More StarCraft 2? No.
World of Warcraft.
Like, they actually like knew when to draw the line.
Well, that was a big piece.
And now they don't have that because they are part of Activision. This big.
You need to make money.
Correct.
You have shareholders.
You have shareholders. You have annual releases that you need to put out. Like that's probably a big reason why Warcraft 3 was. Pushed out so fast.
Oh,
and in such shambles.
I will complain forever about shareholders because they are the ones that it's like my stocks are not making me enough money, and it's like you're already making millions of dollars.
What's $1 million and $1 gonna change?
Right, like what's that? Like if your stocks stay the same forever and ever and ever, good for you. You're gonna keep making money off of those. Like like it's cool.
No, they want more though.
But everybody always wants this more piece, except they don't realize that by pushing for more, it's gonna absolutely destroy.
Right, and they don't see that.
No,
they don't see it from the other side. They just see it from that one point. They
because none of them actually play games.
Or they do. It's just whatever's on their phone.
Sure, but that's what I mean. Like,
which is probably why Diablo Immortal became a piece.
Yeah. I want a Diablo that I can play.
Yeah, now
I want board meeting.
Now I want World of Warcraft
on my phone. So Warcraft 3 is still a mess, but they're offering like instant refunds.
Yes, the refund process is cleaned up a little bit more.
Yes.
A little more automated. It sounds like.
Well, because I'm pretty sure they got tired of sending people to.
Okay. So I was reading some of the complaints before this auto refund thing happened. Someone was posted on the subreddit or one of the stories came out he loves Warcraft. Like this player, loved Warcraft 3. He played Warcraft 3 Classic forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. And then Reforged came out, and he just couldn't run it.
Yeah.
Like there are people, and like Brian, like yourself probably, who. Like the game still crashes, the game still bugged. He couldn't launch the game, and so he tried to message support and like, hey, can I get a refund? Like this game is definitely not working anymore.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, because of how much time you've played into the game, we can't give you a refund.
Yeah.
And I guess the customer support person made an offhand comment of like, keep it in your library, go to the tech support, and when your PC can finally run the game, you can still play it. What? The tech support basically told him, get good, get a better PC.
Get a better PC.
When the game ran perfectly fine.
Correct. 5 minutes ago before the update.
But he spent legitimately hours trying to get his computer to run Warcraft 3 Reforged, and then going past the whatever time limit
2 hours or whatever it is that you get.
That you were allotted the refund. And of course in Australia it's even worse because according to Australian laws, if you bought a game, doesn't matter where you buy it,
Yeah.
and how long you've owned it, you are entitled to a full refund.
Yes.
Irregardless of how long you've played it.
Yeah. No,
And
I don't know. It's
just this entire gong show.
Yeah.
Everyone was literally on the
people were
different
getting
pages.
banned for telling people how to get refunds.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's one of those things that
It's Blizzard. It's no longer Blizzard.
it's no longer Blizzard. Blizzard would have never released this game. I like I said last week, Warcraft 3, the original, got delayed because they had these grand plans, and it got delayed to the point where I forgot it was coming out.
I mean, StarCraft 2 was the same thing, where it's like, when StarCraft 2 coming out? Yes.
Yeah. And then we finally got Wings of Liberty, and we're like, what happened to the Protoss and the Zerg? And they're
Don't worry
like,
about it.
we split it up because, like,
and
while we were developing, we found that focusing on one branch of the story was going to be the way to go.
And
And
they
it's
took
like-
they ended up taking their time with the other two expansions, so that's totally fine.
Yeah.
I think that's totally respectable.
But yeah, this is a game company that used to cancel games because they weren't up to par.
StarCraft Ghost.
StarCraft Ghost. We had a lot of games that ended up getting canceled. Warcraft 3, the original, was supposed to have 5 playable races. The demons were supposed to be their own, like, race, and the undead were supposed to be their own race. And they're like, you know what? Like, demons are cool to play as. That's all neat and all cool. But really, like, they should all be fighting against one thing. So the demons were their own thing, but they were the bad guys. Like, they were the antagonists of the story. The undead became their own thing, which, like, was really cool because they weren't just shambling zombies. They were, you know, an army of, you know, there were people that actually thought on that side of the map, sort of thing.
I want to get into an RTS, but obviously Warcraft.
Don't get into Warcraft 3.
Warcraft 3 apparently is the not.
You know what? Go back to Warcraft 2.
I almost want to
Find
get.
yourself a copy.
I almost want to find a copy of Red Alert.
Oh, Red Alert.
I know, right?
Age of Empires.
I heard the HD remasters.
The HD remasters for both of them are apparently like the best.
Yeah, they're
it's like quality of life
exactly.
improvements.
It's actually like a stark difference.
Yes, that's
to
everybody's
what Warcraft
like.
3 is.
Yeah.
This is how you re-update.
Yeah. Speaking of Activision and remasters,
Speaking of those,
guess what they want to release more of?
Oh, old games.
Yeah. So Crash Bandicoot did so well, and Spyro did so well.
What? Okay.
They own Tony Hawk.
I was just gonna say, what classic games do you want? But they tried Tony Hawk 4.
They kind of tried Tony. So here's the thing.
Tony Hawk 4 tried. They tried.
No, and they did a remaster of Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Yes, they did.
But it was okay.
None of them. Yeah.
Here's the problem. They did the Warcraft 3 version of Tony Hawk Pro Skater. Like, that's why Crash Bandicoot and Spyro did so well.
Well, they built those from the ground up.
Well, those games were clear. Those remasters were made with love and care and dedication to the original game. Same with Crash Team Racing.
So what you're saying is we get Tony Hawk in.
Sure.
And get him to program everything and have him, like, bail on all sorts of
he
obstacles.
Should mocap all the
stuff.
stuff.
And then we have, like, a microphone on him, and then it's just, like, actual commentary of him, like, fuck.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. And again, like, what do you want out of a remastered game, I guess, is the question.
And what brand, I guess, what game? Pitfall. Ah, shit, that's basically just Uncharted. Crap. That's Uncharted.
List of Activision video games.
There we go. Let's start from the top here.
They had the 007 license for a while.
Doesn't count.
No. These are all published? Published by video game publisher Activision. Activision Properties, I guess. Obviously, Call of Duty Remastered did well enough for them.
Yeah.
So, like, that's where the idea of this is coming
Skylanders is coming back.
No, well, it might, but, you know.
Pitfall came up.
Kaboom!
Lot of Call of Duty.
A lot of Call of Duty. The True Crime series.
Guitar Hero Remastered.
Excellent.
That's exactly what Skylanders still.
Quake.
They made Prototype.
See, like, they've got games, but now it's just the question of
DJ Hero.
Whoop, whoop. Wiki.
I finally tossed mine.
Kotek will come out of the closet finally that they locked him in to start talking about plastic instruments again.
Yay.
Basically
just Skylanders?
I guess Skylanders, some Tony Hawks. The rest of these are mostly
like they don't own
They don't own most of these anymore.
Yeah, Destiny they don't own anymore. 007 they don't own the license for.
No.
Doom they don't own the license for.
Let's go way, way back. Let's see.
River-
Fishing Derby.
I still stand by Pitfall. If you're gonna go dumb.
Yeah. So they're trying to.
E.T.
They're trying to remaster more games because their remastered games are working out really, really well for them.
Well, I mean, if they
Other than that Warcraft 3 one, which again
other than Warcraft
is from their company because they are Blizzard Activision.
technically yes, they just farmed it out.
Yeah. Well, and so here's the cool part with Warcraft 3 going back a bit was the people who did the art for it are from South Korea,
Sure.
Asia somewhere.
Yeah.
Blizzard farmed it out to them. They actually went to the subreddit and they're like, just a question, and they're like, we'll answer anything we can possibly answer from our side of things without us losing our jobs.
Did they do an unofficial AMA?
Yeah. But they're like, is this our fault? Like, did we screw something up? And people are like, your art is nice. It doesn't quite fit the Warcraft aesthetic for things. And it's like, but your work was nice. And it's like, did Blizzard have to sign off on everything you guys did? And they're like, yep. And they're like, we got directed from Blizzard. We did the artwork. We sent it back. And they had to A-OK it.
Yeah.
So anything that was done
It's still Blizzard.
was done. Yeah. So these guys are like, we tried really, really hard to like do our jobs properly, and they're like, we're really sorry if we screwed up somewhere. And people are like, guys, it's not you.
It was
Like,
Blizzard.
it's-
There's more to it than just the art.
Yeah, like the art is actually the best thing coming out of
It
this.
feels fine.
As it might not feel Warcrafty, but you guys did a really good job. So, and parts where you didn't do a good job, Blizzard should have caught. Like there's one model, and they're called Naga. They're fish people, tails.
Sure. Okay.
But they're descendant of elves.
Okay.
So guess what they have?
Little elf ears.
Yeah, they got pointy ears.
Do they not have?
Guess what they don't have in the game?
Pointy ears.
Yeah, they just got regular human ears.
That's weird.
And that's sort of like people are noticing this, and it's like, how did Blizzard like
Is
give
there
a
no
check mark to this?
Do they not
going
know?
like,
Yeah, they must not be following their Warcraft Bible anymore.
No. Well, and again, Chris Metzen's gone. Like most of those guys are all
Mhm.
gone who were the Bible. So, but it's the unfortunate part. So, but yeah, with all these remasters, it's like Activision. If you're gonna do them, go with the Crash Bandicoots and
Pitfall.
the Spyros,
Pitfall.
and clearly make a Pitfall game just for Tony.
It'd be like Uncharted. Hey, Uncharted's done now, so
How about a 2D Uncharted, side-scrolling Uncharted?
do they have Prince? No, that's Ubisoft.
Yeah.
Damn it.
The old Prince of Persia game where you had to like stop at the right place
Yep.
and then like,
The awkward looking jump.
yep,
So
from
bad.
a standstill. Like
Just like how real. That's how people do it.
I jump farther when I jump from a standstill.
That's how I realize. That's how it works.
We can talk about more remastered stuff and then get into movie stuff.
Yeah, that's good. Let's jump into the.
This excited you because you've never played this, have you?
I've never played this game. So Platinum, they
Mm-hmm.
got a funding amount recently from Tencent.
Yeah.
And they were very clear about this. It wasn't like it wasn't Tencent buying Platinum. It was just them investing in Platinum.
Here is some money.
Because Platinum Games wants to get into publishing,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's a really good direction for them. They make a ton of good games.
Mm-hmm.
They do basically every action game under the sun now.
Yeah.
Like Bayonetta 3
We got
comes
our
to mind.
Bayonettas.
What's that one? Vanquish
Yep.
got an HD remaster recently, which apparently did really, really, really well for them. But they I'm at odds about this, but I'm excited that it's still happening. That the Wonderful 101 is getting a remaster for current generation. So they started it as a Kickstarter. Actually,
Yes.
they announced it through a Kickstarter, which is really, really cool. Lead platform being on the Nintendo Switch, but obviously with the stretch goals, they have reached now the PC and the PlayStation 4 as far as release. Now, I've never played Wonderful 101
I
on
did.
the Wii U. It looked like an amazing game.
Was it Wii U or was it?
It's a Wii U game. It was exclusive to Wii U.
All right.
Which is another really cool piece of the story is that Nintendo's like, yeah, go ahead, go, do it.
Well, because again, Platinum owns the rights to it, so
Yeah.
Nintendo is like, we already funded the one game.
Yeah, if you want to do it on the Switch, you want to do it on the PlayStation 4, you want to do it on Steam, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Except Microsoft.
Except apparently Microsoft.
Except Xbox. I think the one really sketchy part about this whole thing is that this game is out in April, which means that they not only this Kickstarter was very calculated in the sense that they just wanted more money. I don't. It doesn't feel like they wanted more money because they don't. They all originally asked for $50,000 or something like that. Not a whole lot of money, if you in the grand scheme of like a Wonderful 101 remaster from Platinum.
Correct.
And so now I think it's like $1.5 million
that they've made.
Yeah.
Which
doesn't surprise me.
Essentially, what Kickstarter turns into is even like.
Because usually when we see big game developers go on Kickstarter, we'll use Shenmue as an example.
Sure.
Shenmue was announced via Kickstarter at E3. That game took like 2.5 years to come out.
Yeah.
And so yeah, like they were gauging the interest of, do people want a Shenmue 3? Oh, people really want a Shenmue 3. Let's develop this game.
Yeah.
And for all I know, like from what I've read, it is a competent follow-up to Shenmue 3. It's not like Game of the Year stuff, but
sure.
if you like Shenmue 1 and 2,
you're going to like this.
You're going to like 3. Wonderful 101, though, being that it's coming out in April, means that they've been working on this for at least a year or so.
Oh, yeah.
Before...
Yes, this is...
It's backwards.
It's sort of backwards. This is a... Because you can make more money is essentially the big piece now with Kickstarter because
I don't know how much Tencent was had funded them.
They gave them already.
Because this is Platinum like fully publishing their own game. They're not like getting Nintendo to publish it. They're not going to like Sony or
Capcom or Activision. Or
right. It's going to be their name on the box when this comes out.
But yeah, this is essentially a way of going like, hey, pre-order our game.
It's yes.
And then 2, we can make more money by giving out like tiny bits of merch if you spend more money.
Oh, and then the merchandise on this is nuts.
And it is because
I took a glance at it, and it's like leather jackets, statues. You can get a PlayStation trophy, like a PlayStation branded, branded, but like it looks like the Platinum trophy.
Yeah.
Because it's Platinum Games.
Yeah. But that's what I mean. Like, so they can sell all of that stuff, and that stuff costs them almost nothing to make in the long run.
No, and they've actually been very forward and upfront with like the Kickstarter reward fulfillment. Like they're actually partnering with this big company to help fulfill these rewards, so that they don't have to do it.
Right, but it's going to cost them almost nothing.
It's not even just that, but it takes that off of their plate, so that they can actually market.
And a lot of the bigger places do that now, but that's what I mean. Like all of that stuff is they're gonna make what $1.5 million off of Kickstarter, and they're gonna spend part of that for the merch, like a small, teeny little bit, and now they have all this extra money because the game's gonna actually cost them.
That's fine. Let's
X amount to make.
Let's get the statistics here. They pledged, they wanted, they wanted $49,000 something dollars.
Sure,
$50,000. They're at $1.48 million.
Yeah, so they're making way more than they were going
I wonder.
And they're going to spend almost none of that on merch to give to people who have now given them a buttload of money, which is good for them.
I want to know if they had a plan B.
Like if it didn't go well?
If it didn't get any money.
They probably still release it and just... Because I'm assuming Tencent pretty much already funded most of this game.
Yes.
This is now just advertising.
Yeah.
And selling merch.
Because I've seen that done before where Kickstarters fail and they relaunch in about a couple months, and then because I think you're allowed to relaunch at least once.
Oh, easy.
If you fail, if you don't miss it, or if you don't hit your goal.
I think you can relaunch as much as you.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like I think you can keep. We didn't hit our goal. Let's try again.
But I think that at some point you have to like go back to the drawing board and be like, hey,
very much so.
What do we...
Well, if it didn't work the first time, I'm hoping you went back to... You just don't hit the button and be like, let's try again.
Roll the dice. Oh, yeah, got it this time.
We'll improve the cinematics this time.
Stretch goals. Stickers.
Exactly. So that's...
you want mugs.
So that's it's the cool part, because this will give Platinum a nice... revenue stream so they can keep publishing games and won't have to keep going back to Kickstarter. But
that's right.
Yes, it is just... You're pre-ordering a game and giving them way more money than you would normally given them.
Because normally, like, you'll use like Mighty Number 9 as an example. Because you had Kickstarted that.
I did.
And then you pulled your money out.
I pulled my money out.
Thankfully.
Yeah, no kidding.
Holy shit. And so, because it's like, at some point in time, this game's going to get made. Whether or not the quality is there or not. But now the game's going to get made. Like, this one for Wonderful 101, like, I'm not going to Kickstart it. I'll still get it.
I'll buy it.
I'll most likely buy it still.
I just
but
won't kickstart.
No, like I don't.
They've made their money.
Yeah, yes, they got there. They got there.
Yeah, they've made their cash. They're good. They don't need me. And that's what I did with Mighty Number 9 is I'm looking at it going, okay, if I pull my money out, like, even if 100 people did that, they're making their game. And I'm like, and then I can buy it when it comes out.
And
and then all that stuff happened with Capcom and Mighty Number 9, and I'm like, so you left the company to make your own game, but then went back to the company to make this game, and then they screwed up the game completely, so I'm still not getting the game that I wanted?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what else they expected.
Yeah,
it's the I don't know what else.
You went back to the company that screwed you over, and they screwed you over.
That's like saying, like, having Kojima go back to Konami.
Yeah, and
to
not
make
expecting...
a different result.
Yeah. And not expecting them to cancel his game partway through.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So either way, this one should be good. Like Platinum's done a good job of.
I'm trying to think of a Platinum game that I didn't like, and I can't think of any off the top of my head.
Wonderful 101 was weird.
It was a weirder one.
I didn't not like it.
I think I liked the concept of it more. I just never got it.
And it's going to be an easy game to remaster with the cel shaded graphics and all of that stuff because those tend to.
I think they're going. I don't think they're doing cel shaded. I think they're going full. Like they're going from the bottom up.
Are they?
Yeah, I feel like they're going from the bottom up and just doing everything all over again. But who knows? I mean, we'll find out in April, I guess.
Because essentially, this was like Beautiful Joe if Beautiful Joe were.
Oh, and so here's the other big piece too, with this Platinum. Do you remember the Capcom 5? Where it was like Piano 3, Resident Evil 4, Beautiful Joe.
Okay.
I think there's 2 other games. And so Capcom had this big like marketing push where they had like these 5 games that they wanted to push for like collectors / like, you know, niche people.
Yep.
Like Resident Evil 5,
sure.
Beautiful Joe. Platinum apparently they posted out a Platinum 4 where they have let me pull it up here. Platinum Games, Platinum 4. Where they are apparently teasing out multiple games that they're going to be putting out in this sort of collection. The first one being Wonderful 101, with number 2, number 3, and number 4 coming soon. Cool. This Platinum 4.
Neat.
So, if it works out, I mean, I don't know what else they do.
Yeah.
I think it's too soon for Nier.
Yeah.
I think it's a little too soon for Nier for a sequel or 2 or a remaster. People were thinking maybe like a Bayonetta, but even that just came out recently.
I was gonna say that one just got that one just came out on the Switch.
Yeah, it was very recent. Like Vanquish just came out as well already.
Yeah.
As a remaster, so like, are these original games possibly? Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know.
I would rather them do an original game.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, Platinum 4, the Platinum 4.
Platinum 4. Astral Chain was theirs.
Yes. Oh my God, Astral Chain. Oh, that game was so nuts. But it doesn't. It just came out, so it doesn't need to. They don't need to do another one of that.
The Legend of Korra. Is that based off of that thing?
Shut up. Transformers. They made it. They made a Transformers game.
Yeah.
They may not have, and I think that's.
How about Incredible Dracula?
No.
The Ice Kingdom.
No.
Are you sure? They made it.
They also make a lot of games they shouldn't make. But
look at that. That's.
Sure. Sure.
Developed by Platinum Games. Oh yeah. That looks like an exciting game.
4.platinumgames.com.
All right. Moving on to movies type stuff.
Movie pieces.
Knives Out was a movie.
It was a
sleeper hit.
It wasn't. Not a lot of people saw it, ourselves
included.
But it was one of those like critically acclaimed, like amazing.
And enough people saw it. Like it did well for what it cost them to make, and yada 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 yada.
Very low, other than the budget.
Other than star power.
Other than the cast, yes.
Yeah. Well, because they essentially filmed in the house.
But
either way, it's.
But if you haven't heard of it, it's essentially Daniel Craig is a detective trying to solve a crime, kind of like Clue.
I believe someone was murdered. It's 13 Dead End Drive, the movie. Maybe that's
Clue the movie.
Clue the movie. Like, yeah, it's essentially one of those old kind of board gamey type things. But
and he locks everyone in the house and he has to solve the crime.
Yeah.
Well, the sequel's coming out now.
Yes.
And it sounds like Daniel Craig is back on board as the actor, the character that he's playing.
And that's it. Everybody else is out. Just Daniel Craig is back. So it's a new mystery that he has to solve.
The Knives Out cinematic universe.
The Knives Out cinematic universe.
It's just the cloud. It's just the House of Clue.
Exactly. And so it's kind of like I like the idea of, you know, a mystery type series again, franchise of films where it's just like this detective is going around and solving crimes. It's a lot easier, I think, for Daniel Craig than the James Bond role.
Well, he's officially come out and said that that's his last.
Yeah.
He's done.
And that makes sense.
This is it. He is no longer James Bond after this. After.
But he still gets to play a fun role, I think. Where
I think he still has a bit of action pieces and set pieces in it too.
And I think a little bit, but I don't think it's not like, you know, jumping from helicopter.
He's not jumping from an explosion.
Exactly. Like this is very much
from car to another car.
From what I understand from this movie, it's much more.
It's a
dialogue heavy and drama and, you know, with bits of like, you know, snarkiness and that kind of like Chris Evans' character I think is supposed to be like the playboy type character who's like, you can't touch me, what you gonna do about it, you know, that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So yeah,
more Knives Out, but I'm excited for more Daniel Craig. But more so.
I want to see this movie. It's just not one that I was like, I need to see this in theaters.
Well, we'll have our human blockbuster brand.
That's true because he'll probably get it. Or it's one of those ones that I'll find on Google Play for, you know, $20 or $17. It's pissed me off right now. Jojo Rabbit's still $24.99, and I'm like,
just find it. Just find it. Just find it.
Nah, I'll pay for it. I just don't want to pay $24 because, you know, the only reason it's $24.99
it's new.
It's because it's 4K.
Oh, but
like
you can watch down
the
here.
Mr. Rogers movie.
Rent it. Then. Just rent it.
It's one of those ones I think I want.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the Mr. Rogers movie that also just came out with Tom Hanks is $17.99 for the HD version, $24.99 for the
something
4K.
I didn't know about that Mr. Rogers movie. They billed Tom Hanks as Mr. Rogers as the supporting character.
Interesting.
He was actually considered a support. Like Tom Hanks was nominated as a supporting character. Mr. Rogers was not the main character in that film. It's all about the guy who's interviewing him.
That makes sense. That's cool.
Yeah, that's a weird that's a very weird spin.
I like it. But that one was $17.99, and I'm like, I'm more inclined to rent that one. But yeah, I'm like, Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah, it's kooky enough. I explained, like I told you earlier, I explained the plot synopsis to my significant other, and she was like, wait, Nazi imaginary who?
Yeah.
Imaginary what?
I have to laugh. I watched the How It Should Have Ended. They did like the Oscar nomination type thing, but it was the Avengers reacting to it.
I haven't seen that one yet. I saw that on my feed.
But all of them are sitting there, and it's like, how did we not get like
anything?
They got
the visual effects.
Visual effects. But they're like, how did we not get anything? Like, look at all of our characters, and it's the culmination of 22 films, or what, you know, like this whole 9 yards. And they're like, what did get in? And it was the
Joker.
Well, they'd finished with Joker, and they're just like, a villain got it? Like, Captain America's super like, what? But it shows the poster for the Adam Driver and Scarlett Johansson flick.
Oh, is that the Netflix one?
Yep.
Oh, God.
It got nominated. But it's supposed to be really, really good. Like, it's supposed to be phenomenal as a film, as a drama film. But they all look at, like, Black Widow's character, and she's like, what? Like, I do other things.
She does.
And then it shows Jojo Rabbit getting nominated.
Yeah, she got nominated.
And she's in the picture there, and they're like,
she got nominated, didn't she?
I
think she got nominated for JoJo for Best Supporting Female.
I don't know.
I think she did.
I haven't looked at. I don't really care about the Oscars.
No,
it was just really funny that
the only thing
they kept staring at Black Widow like, you son of a bitch, you left us for these other ones that got nominated. It's your fault. You're a double agent, and she's just like.
Have you not seen my background? Have you not read my character background?
Yeah, I think that one's kind of I don't know. I don't get that one from the Oscars. Like, why not throw Endgame in there? It's not like it's gonna win. No. But why not give it the recognition of
they tried.
Cow, you guys
Disney
did
tried.
I know.
They put up the page and they did the whole.
But you think the Oscar people would have been like, we'll throw them a bone and just be like, okay.
Like I said, I think I mentioned to you guys on how Oscar nominations and voting works.
Oh yeah.
Is that those people don't actually watch the movies.
No, it's all who can spend the most money to get people to vote a certain way and do this and that and everything.
And it's like, I read some of the comments where it's like, I dated a girl who really liked this actor.
Yeah.
Who quote unquote dated. I hate her now, so I don't vote for anything that has this actor in it.
Right.
And I'm like, you biased son of a bitch.
Well, but then yeah, or it's again like, you know, the actor who appears at the most, you know, Sweet 16 parties is the one who gets the vote. I'll vote for you, but my daughter's having this, you know, having this party.
If you cared about like awards for film and music and stuff, don't go to Oscars.
Yeah.
Go to the actual like category awards. So like the visual effects awards for this, visual effects awards for like they specialize that, music awards, specifically music awards for movies or video games that. VGAs are different. I don't really care about VGAs anymore.
No.
But
again, if it like
go to industry specific awards. That's what I was.
Or if a little indie film wins something, that's cool. But again, then you have Sundance and all of that stuff. Like you have other.
I think Sundance is getting a little too full of themselves nowadays too. Like they.
No, but you still have to like apply to get in and da. So you can look at the shows that are appearing at Sundance and be like, oh, those might be cool to check out. Like as opposed to just the awards at Sundance, but just the movies that are appearing. Like just look at the film festivals as opposed to, again, the big award shows. Because, like we saw Joker. Like, did you see Joker?
I haven't seen Joker. I could care less.
It's a.
I understand your guys' angles on it.
Well, no, like for me,
Some people love the shit out of Joker.
It's a good movie. Like that's my piece. It's a good movie. I don't feel it's an award-winning film.
Some people just love the shit out of that movie too.
And it's a great view on, you know, social services. It's a great view on
mental
health. It's like a great view on all of that stuff. But it's like as a movie, even as a whole, I'm not sitting there going like, oh, my breath was taken away by that film. You know, and I can say the same thing about Endgame. I don't think Endgame should win Movie of the Year for the Oscars, kind of thing. But like something like Jojo Rabbit, which is original and inventive.
It's still based off of like a book, I think, but
still,
Taika definitely took his direction with it.
Right, like there's this piece to it that's different and new,
it's
and even
fresh.
Marriage Story, which is the one with Adam Driver and Scarlett Johansson, is like, that's a drama that was built up and put together, and I can see people watching it and going like, whoa.
Like, what did I say was the best film last year? I don't remember the list. Sure.
Tony went.
What did I say?
What
did I say?
I thought you were going to go with Terminator, but I read the wrong side. Pokemon Detective.
Yeah, that's not going to win any Oscars.
No.
But at least it's different.
But that's
they tried something different.
And like so I get the Oscars. Usually it was always like the drama movies that got, you know, into those pieces. I don't see the Joker being one of those.
And it could be that. That's why it is. It could be that.
It's the token little whatever or whatever it happens. I don't know.
And of course, it's gonna. If it wins, DC's just gonna keep on going with the Joker.
But then Marvel can just keep like, and that's my thing is Marvel can just go and $1 billion movie.
Right. How much money did you make off your film?
Yeah.
And I think that Disney. Can they pull out of nominations if their films get nominated?
Yeah, because I think they can just not put them into contention. Like they could leave the Oscars,
right?
Or you could just
like, do they pull the Sony? Do they pull a Sony and say like, we're just gonna keep making movies. We don't care about you guys and your like critics. Like, we're having fun doing our own thing here.
No, I just don't think you put a big onus on it. So if your movies get in, you just kind of go, cool. Like you still send a person. Like Bob Iger's not showing up.
But I was just gonna say, I was just thinking like if it's like, oh, we've nominated this Marvel film, and they go like, no.
I think you still take it because it's publicity, but
I guess so. But I think it's more. Would it not be more publicity for them to be like, we were nominated for the best film?
It would, but they still go hard with the like.
It could be them sending like a message to the whole community, like it's like, oh, like Disney got nominated for like the movie of the year or whatever, like it's film of the year, like, but they declined the nomination. Like, what does that mean?
It still could be, but
because everyone knows that Oscars are a sham. Everyone knows that.
But Disney still even louds the fact that, like, you know, Snow White won Oscars. Like, they still go like, where there's an Oscar-winning film, like they still use that.
But I think if they were to pull out
until they stop using Oscars.
I was just gonna say, like they pull all of the Oscar nomination, like they reprint all the DVD discs that don't have that.
But it's a cute story. They gave him 1 full-sized Oscar and 7 little ones.
Well, that's
for Snow White. But that's what I mean.
Small price to pay for Salvation. I'm just saying.
I think you just kind of, it's like, even if Endgame would have been nominated, you send like Paul Rudd.
That would have been great. No.
They actually win. Paul Rudd goes up there like, on behalf of Kevin Feige and the entire cast and everybody at Disney and Marvel, thanks. You know, like...
No, you send...
here's a clip from our film, and he shows that one that he does on Conan all the time.
No, you send Bradley Cooper.
Sure. He's already there for something else.
The one person that actually doesn't actually have a face in the movie.
Yeah, he's actually... He's there already for something. He can just be like...
And
okay.
I did the thing.
Hi guys, we didn't expect this. No one showed up, but I was here, and technically I'm in the movie, so...
I guess I'm in the movie.
Thanks.
Thank you. Bradley Cooper and Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel's not just going to be at the Academy Awards. I'm just throwing that out there right now.
He probably won't.
Bradley Cooper is probably there for another nomination. Because he does actual stuff. The Fast and Furious movies do not...
They are cinematic masterpieces.
They are to us.
Those are the real movies. Hans is back, baby.
Hans is back.
Best character.
I know. Well, that's the guys were like, "Did you see it?" And it's like, no one dies in this thing. And I'm like, did they bring Paul Walker back? Somehow?
Oh my God! At this point, that's what they're gearing.
And then I got halfway through it, and I'm like, are they bringing Han back? And Chris is just like, did you make it to the end of the trailer? I'm like, no, but I'm trying to think of everybody who's died that hasn't
no one
come
died
back yet.
No one's actually died other than Han.
No, because what's her name was supposed to have died.
Yeah.
Letty, the girlfriend. Yeah, was supposed to have died, and she came back already. So
The
Han's the only one who's been dead for
a long time.
Well, but not long. No, 3.
Oh,
he died in Tokyo Drift, but remember Tokyo Drift takes place after 6.
Oh no! Tokyo Drift takes place before, but the post-credit scene takes place after 6.
No, because Han's in 5.
Han's in 5? I thought he was only in... Oh my God, I need to catch up. I need to reread my Fast.
Because that's when, my wife and I watched one of them, and I'm like, he just died. Because we watched them, like when 5 or when 6 was coming out or something like that. One of them was coming out, and really like, let's just steamroll through these. Because I didn't know she liked them. And I stopped watching them after 2 because I'm like, what is this garbage now?
Tokyo Drift was the best one.
Well, no, okay, so 2 is bad.
2 is the best one. Fight me.
2 with Paul Walker and Tyrese in Florida or whatever was horrible. It was the CSI.
Oh no! Yeah, Tokyo Drift was
Tokyo Drift was 3.
Yeah, Tokyo Drift was the best one.
And then I saw 3, like the advertisements for 3, and I'm like, well, this franchise is dead. Because
it looks so bad.
Well, and they're like, the only thing to racing, drifting. And I'm like, I've been doing that in Mario Kart forever, thanks. Like, whatevs. But
I actually thought about that.
Exactly. Like, you're just like, new to drifting? Like, come on. But then, like, we watched 3, and then we watched 4, and it's like, oh yeah, Vin Diesel's back. Hey, this movie's not so bad. Cool, they're just giving into the cheese now. I dig it. But then, like, Han shows up, and you're like...
Right, okay.
He died, but now he's back in 9, and you're like... So does 9 take place before, 4?
We don't know yet. But it has... No, it can't, because he's got a kid.
Oh, right. So it's 9.
It has to be...
Chronologically,
it has to be the
he
newest
faked
one.
his own death, even though we saw the body.
Yeah, we definitely saw a dead body.
Yeah.
We definitely... And, Jason Statham, walking over him.
Right.
We definitely saw that.
Yeah. It gives hope for Ming-Na Wen in Mandalorian. She'll come back.
I feel like they might do that for her. Moving on.
Last bit of news.
Not fully confirmed yet.
Still
maybe.
rumors.
Still, I mean, I'd like to know where this all started because they kind of blew up the Marvel movie Reddits. Sam Raimi is in talks to direct a new Marvel film. Mm-hmm. We had Scott Derrickson leave Doctor Strange 2.
Yep.
So the rumor is that he is in talks to take his place in Doctor Strange 2.
Doctor Strange 2.
Which means only one thing. It's pizza time.
It's not pizza time.
It's pizza time.
Not pizza
Pizza time.
It's not pizza,
Pizza
time.
time.
You're not getting Tobey Maguire. We're not gonna see
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
we're gonna get the Spider-Verse, baby. Hey, and he totally predicted this in Spider-Man 2.
He did. They threw out the doc. That's what the fun part is. It's like, what should we call him? It's
Doctor
like,
Strange.
Doctor Strange.
Yeah, that's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's taken though.
Yeah.
So that all but confirms that Doctor Strange and the Tobey Maguire Spider-Mans
are connected.
Yes, it is it, and that's why J.K.
Simmons is
still J. Jonah Jameson.
I'm cool with this.
I'm
like Sam
so
Raimi does
cool.
weird enough movies. So
But like, it's a Doctor Strange movie
Yeah.
that's gonna do multiverse stuff anyways.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be strange.
well, and Sam Raimi's enough of a comic nut and a classic comic nut, so we're gonna get older stories of Doctor Strange if he takes over. Like he'll take that route to it as opposed to because that's why he didn't really want to do Spider-Man 3 because he didn't like Venom as a character.
It's widely. Oh no.
He knew. Like, we knew that. We knew his villain of choice was supposed to be Vulture for number 3, and we got Sandman, which I thought he pulled off
Fine.
pretty good.
Fine.
But then we got like the new Goblin junk, and we got Venom.
And I think you get Sam Raimi too because of if they still want to target the whole like scary, kooky horror
he can
kind of
do it.
thing. Like
we know he can do kooky horror.
Drag Me to Hell,
Yeah.
Evil Dead.
Yeah.
Like
He can do it.
He could pull off that weird horror because I've watched Drag Me to Hell is actually a horror comedy almost.
That's what he's
Like
he's
it was super like this is scary, but I'm also laughing at the same time.
Yeah, he's good at that kind of stuff. So
So if Sam Raimi is on board, like that's super awesome, and it'll be his first comic book movie since Spider-Man 3. Which begs the question: where is Bruce Campbell going to be?
correct. Everybody's now wondering.
Is he going to be the Mysterio that everyone wanted him to be?
That'd be funny, but no.
If I could see that happening, 100%.
And we have to see what this movie is all going to be about. Like, if it's traveling through the multiverse and traveling through, all sorts of different timelines, then we're going to get...
Early reports is that this movie, like, will directly tie into the next, like, full Avengers film.
That makes sense.
Like, the full, like, ensemble film.
Yep.
So that's the rumor. I don't know when Doctor Strange 2 is supposed... Is it 2022? Or is it 2021? I feel like 2021 is too soon.
I don't know. I think 2021 is too soon.
Yeah, I think it's 2022. I feel like that's when it is supposed to be. But they are also pushing a lot of things up now.
Yep. No, yeah, everything's just kind of...
Yeah, it's all in flux.
Well, and everything's trying to fit in with the Disney Plus stuff and the this and the that and the,
Right.
all of those pieces. So
We did get the Disney Plus.
30 seconds.
30 seconds of Disney seconds. No one's excited for Disney Plus. Marvel releases 30 seconds, and not even full 30 seconds of 3 of their shows.
It is like chunks of... You have Sam kind of throwing a shield, like you don't even see it.
No.
You hear him go funk.
You see,
And, like, him
you see
pulling it
one
out.
shot of Winter Soldier's metal arm. One shot
Yeah.
of it, and
I think
barely.
you saw Baron Zemo for all of
Two-
like again like it's
half
a
a
frame.
second. I
You
don't-
get 6 frames of Wanda,
Yes.
all from different timelines essentially.
Which confirms all that confirms that they're basically going to do House of M, their version of House of
sure
M.
we're getting a weird
House of M.
sitcom television show from different like
Eras.
of television. So
And
it's
I'm gonna bet that shot of Loki, the one with Tom Hiddleston, that actually doesn't make it into the cut of the
I doubt
show.
it. They started filming last week.
Yeah, I bet you that's
Tom, say something threatening.
I'm gonna burn you all.
Perfect.
All right, let's keep filming.
Roll it
What was
onto
that-
the trailer.
What was that for again? Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Also, you need to wear this really ambiguous shirt that
Yep.
gets the internet exploding.
Yeah. So. There you go.
Yeah, Disney stuff, Disney updates.
Join us on the post-credit show,
We
ladies
talk
and
about
gentlemen.
movies and games and everything else in between that we've done.
Yes.
We'll talk to you guys soon.
Yeah, see you in about 5.
Bye.